me about your life and your neighborhood and
Yeah, well,
whatever you'd like to share.
well, down the west side, we lived in the bottoms. That's what they called it. Right on Colfax and Gilcourt. It was on this side of the Platte River. But it was mostly all Hispanic neighborhoods, Well, it used to be a Jewish neighborhood till we moved in there and they moved out. But yeah, there's about 6 of us that went to kindergarten, grade school together, and Judy's father was one of them. And we played football at the Young American League, the Rudy Park Giants, and we all grew up, and I went in the Army when I was 15, and I joined the paratroopers.
You joined the what?
The paratroopers.
Wow.
82nd Airborne.
Oh my goodness.
So when I come out, I was 18 after 3.5 years, And half of the young guys in the west side, they thought that our uniform looked real good, our jump boots and all that stuff. So we had about 7 guys join the paratroopers after that.
Oh my goodness.
During the Korean, I was in the Second World War. And, but I went in at, I was 15 and I got out when I was 18. And then I married my childhood sweetheart.
It's beautiful. What's her name?
Pauline Quintana was her maiden name. And we had a good life, I bought my house when I was 22 years old. I was mature already, being in the Army so young, And we had 5 kids. But Rich and Fidel, Eddie Grego, Joe Martinez, there was 6 of us anyhow that after grade school, after we all got out of the Army, part of them went to the Korean War, and we still hung around together, And unfortunately, they all I'm the only one left of the bunch, So I guess I was blessed,
And you can share their stories.
Or maybe the guy upstairs don't want me.
I think you're blessed.
Think I'll make it,
Yes, you'll make it up there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and but we baptize each other's kids,
Where would you baptize the children at when you lived in the bottoms?
Yeah, it's St. Cajetan's Church.
Oh, the one that's on the Area campus?
Yeah, that's the one.
I was wondering about that. I did this drawing of reflecting Judy Lucetto's life. If I were to draw, I am going to draw another one, and I feel like it's so important to include the lives of people, the men and women who have served our country, and about the beautiful idea of the baptizing of the children, because that's one reason why you did that, right?
Yeah.
For the children in the future. And so can you tell me something that you would, about your history and your life and your story and those of your neighbors?
Well,
what would be important for me to draw?
The way I started was my mom died when I was 9 years old.
How old were you?
I was 9 years old when my mom died. She was 36, I think. And I was the only boy. I had 3 sisters. But she had me spoiled after she died. I just kind of was lost, And my dad, during the summer, sent me to Greeley with some relatives to work on the farm so I could stay out of trouble, And I had 2 cousins that were 17. And during World War II, if you were 17, if your parents signed for you, they would take you in the Army. And I was I was 14 going on 15 then.
Wow.
And I said, I want to go too. And they said, you can't, you're too young. But I had a brother that he was named after my dad, Lucio Duran.
Oh.
And he died when he was 5 years old. So then I was born, so they named me after him. So actually, I'm Lucio Duran III, And I came to Denver and I looked at my dad's pataquilla, where they had all their papers, and I found his birth certificate.
Oh.
So I took it to Greeley. He was born November the 6th, 1927, and that made him 18 in 1945. So I took that back to Greeley, and I went to the draft board, and I said, I want to register for the draft. And she said, get out of here, come back when you're old enough. And I said, well, here's my birth certificate. And she said, let me see it. And then she said, do you have a Social Security card? And I happened to have one because I was working downtown as a busboy at 13. And I had a Social Security card. So I showed it to her. She said, by God, you are 18. I said, yes. So I went back to my uncle's house, and he said, he said, you got a letter. Oh, he said, Junior, you got a letter. I said, a letter? And he said, he showed it to me, and then it said, you've been drafted to the Army.
Oh, wow.
So I reported to the draft board in Greeley, and they brought us by bus to Fort Logan, where we took our physical. And this lady was telling me
She's
about
really good, huh?
Yeah.
People are loving these.
Thank you. I'm loving hearing he was telling me about
making me
the war and about the baptismals. And so I'm already picturing these beautiful images in my mind that he did that because for the future. And he told me about his sons and his father and his mother dying when you were 9.
Amen.
And about how you did the birth certificate. That's amazing.
Oh yeah,
You know, my father, he joined I think it was the Marines when he was 15, but they threw him out. But he joined again in the Army.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell him your story and share that with you, that you did it a step further.
Yeah. But
Thank you so much for sharing I love that you shared that with me.
well, they're like my kids, What a crybaby,
What's that?
What a crybaby.
I cry too, and I think it's important to cry because that's a sign of healing and something meaningful. Something meaningful.
But anyhow, where was I when? So I went to Fort Logan, and I was under, I was about 129 pounds, and you had to be 135. So that doctor at Fort Logan, he says, why don't you go home and eat some bananas and get some canned milk, the Columbine condensed milk. He says, and come back. So I said, where am I going to get bananas at, Well, we was poor, but we was happy. So I went to Wellesley Market, used to be right there by where the Metropolitan College is now.
Oh.
It was a farmer's market. So I stole some bananas.
And what?
I stole some bananas and I went home and I ate them. I had about 6 bananas and I ate them. And my dad had that canned milk, that's what they used to use for their coffee.
Wow.
And I went back the next day and I weighed 135, so I went in the Army. And then they sent me to Fort Lewis, that was after, in Kansas. And, Fort Leavenworth, Kansas for my training and for my uniform. And I called my dad and he says, how's your uncle? I I says, I don't know, I'm not in Greeley. He said, where you at? And I said, I'm in the Army.
Oh my
So,
God.
so he
Wow.
said, what? I said, yeah. He said, well, don't cry because I'm not going to take you out. And I said, no, I don't want to go. I said, I'm eating mashed potatoes and gravy. At home, I'm eating fried potatoes.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
Wow, so
So,
did he gain that extra pounds?
yeah, so anyhow, after that, I was sent to Fort Lewis, Washington for combat infantry training, And being so young, I could outdo them guys that were 20, 25, 30. They drafted me even up to 40 during World War II. So I kept up with them, and I went through that combat training, and then I joined the paratroopers.
And the what?
The paratroopers, 82nd Airborne.
Wow.
And
82nd Airborne.
I made my first jump when I was 15.
Oh my goodness.
But,
Wow.
I didn't know nothing about it.
Well, how did that feel when you made your first jump?
It wasn't bad. The third one was bad because we had made 2 jumps on Monday, and then the third one we had to wait overnight before you made that. We had to make 5 jumps to qualify. So you got all night to think about what if my chute don't open, So the third one was kind of scary, but I made it. And then after that, I came home and I seen my wife, that I went to school with, and we got married, had 5 kids.
Tell me her name again.
We had five children.
And what is her name again? Your wife again?
Oh, Pauline.
Pauline.
Polly.
Pauline.
That's what we used to call her, Polly. Yeah.
Wow.
And that guy with the hat over there, he's a paratrooper, ex-paratrooper.
Really?
Yeah.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's Judy's uncle.
Oh.
Yeah. Hi.
You know Monica?
Yeah.
Yeah, my neighbor Monica, she said to tell you hello. We invited her, but she couldn't come.
yeah.
But she
tell
said
her.
that she missed you, and
Okay.
she
Thank you.
always thinks
Tell her I love her too.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will.
Okay. It ain't bad being old, everybody wants to talk to you.
Well, you know what? I'm going to work on this drawing, and then I will find you. Can you please tell me your last name again? Frank
Duran. Duran,
Okay.
D-U-R-A-N.
Okay. I'm going to put to Senor Frank Duran.
Yeah. Yep. So now you know my life story.
Thank you so much for sharing that with me.
Yeah, you know where the Bronco Stadium's at?
Yes.
Well, that right around there is where we grew up, right in the bottoms.
I put to Senor Frank Duran. I am so honored to meet you. I wish love and enduring light and
thank
faith
you.
to you. And so I'm going to work on it a little bit more, and we're going to take a picture of this, and then I will go find you and give this to you, okay?
Okay, man. Thank
My
you.
name is Leticia Tanguma.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now if
Oh,
I...
let me, excuse me.
Oh, you want the speaker?
So people are wanting to talk to him, and so I'm gonna work on his drawing a little bit more and take it to him. But he has the microphone, and so thank you again.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, can I give you a hug? Can I give you a hug?
2 of them.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.